share to you guys a very good testimonies, and I want to share you something about two apostles I met in Stavanger from Florida, that was coming from America, Florida, and David and Natalia Malachi, and their children come to Norway, and they was living here in Norway for many years. And they have a meeting in apostolic prophetic meeting in Stavanger, international prayer house, international wake-up ministry in Stavanger. I went there back in 2012 with a lady I met in Stavanger Kvadrat. And we met together in Kvadrat. And she wanted to take me to a meeting that she know about in Stavanger. And she told me about a meeting that was going to held in Stavanger in a church, in a basement church in Stavanger. And then we drive. I drive with her in the car. I was sitting with her in the car when we was driving to the meeting. And we come to Stavanger, and I saw these two apostles, David and Natalia, and I recognized them. I seen them before in a house meeting in Sandnes, when they have a meeting, and they was telling about preaching about spirit, a python spirit that squeeze Christians' life, sucking out the lives of Christians. A very heavy spirit coming from the old age, from Vikings age, from Vikings to a spirit from hell, a pride. She told about that in that house meeting. This was the two couple I recognized there in the house meeting. When they was finished preaching and lay hands on me, and Apostle David was going to pray for me, and he was breaking generational curse. And he said, I break the generational curse over you, from family, from mother, father, from generation of. There was a generational curse putting over my name, over my life. When we are small, and when we are laying in the mother's womb, and before that time, before we are conceived in the mother's womb, there is a generational curse that we all have, coming from generational of grandmothers, fathers, from back from many years. And that generational curse was broken over me in the house meeting when Apostle David was laying hands on me, breaking generational curse, breaking off pornography. I was into pornography. I was a street walker for many years. I was walking in street, have nothing to do, just to go out on the street, to look around, to go in shopping, to go in shopping stores, go in the stores in Sandnes, Stavanger, Tromsø, in Norway, in the world. And I was living on the street like I have nothing to do. I quit my job back in 2010. I stayed without a job, so I was walking a lot in the street, and I was picked up in the street by an evangelist that took me to the house meeting to meet with these apostles from America. They come into the house meeting, breaking generational curse, breaking witchcraft, breaking pornography stuff over my life. I was addicted to pornography. Many pictures from internet, from things. There's a lot of stuff I was delivered from pornography stuff on internet, and I was delivered. I was shaking I was hit by the power of God was hitting me so strong, and I felt back forward, and I was falling to the ground, and I was screaming, and there was a dark voice coming out of me. It was the devil himself was speaking through me. I was delivered. I was really delivered from heavy stuff. A dark voice was coming out of me, and I was screaming. I was yelling. I was cursing. Oh my goodness. There were so many things. And these two apostles I met with a lady in Kvadrat, Eirin, in a church in Stavanger, in a basement. They have a church there. I went there. And then they have a meeting, and there I was talking about witchcraft, talking about the manifestation of God, the fire of God, the glory of God, and about honoring leaders, about honoring church leaders, to have about pride, about the spirit of Leviathan that I was delivered from back in the house meeting in 2011. And in that meeting in the basement, they was telling about the same thing that was preaching about from Natalie Malachi in the house meeting, about that Leviathan snake, the pride that twists around our life and sucking our life form out of us. And in that meeting, she was telling about this thing, about the pride, about generational curses, witchcraft, what we all Christians stepping into. And then there was all of us